The next commission was the Secondary Education Commission, which was formulated during the year 52-53. Dr. Lakshman Swami Mudliar, who was the VC of the Madras University, was the chairman of the commission. The focus was organization and content of secondary education and its relationship to primary and higher education. This commission suggested to end intermediate college and merge class 11 with secondary schools and class 12 with the degree college. So, degree course should be of 3 years. 1 year pre-university course for high school students to enter universities or the professional courses. An important aspect of this commission was that it laid the foundation of the process of vocationalization of education in India. This commission also stressed, like the earlier commission, on the agriculture education. Technical institutions should also be opened near factories so that students can get benefit of practical training was another important recommendation. Industrial education cess should be levied on industries to be so that it would help the financing of the technical education. The third commission was the Indian Education Commission 1964-66. Dr. D.S. Kothari, who was the chairman of the UGC, was also the chairman of this particular commission. This commission is regarded as one of the important landmarks in the history of education in India. The committee had 5 foreign experts from countries such as the USA, UK, USSR, France and Japan. They believed that education is the most powerful weapon of national development. The opening statement of this commission was that the destiny of India is being shaped in its classrooms. The statement itself talks a lot about the vital importance of education in the development of a nation. This commission recommended the 10+2+3 pattern of education which we follow even today. Another important recommendation was the 3-language formula to be used in the school education. This commission has a great importance because it was on the basis of this report that the new education policy was later on declared in the year 1968. The commission recommended again that there should be one agricultural university in each and every state. These should be, as far as possible, be single campus universities, but wherever necessary, they may have constituent colleges on different campuses. With respect to technical education, they stated that practical training in the industries should be an integral part of this kind of education. In other words, technical education and research should be related closely to the industry. Part-time education and correspondence courses should be developed on a large scale at the university stage. An effort should be made continuously to maintain a proper balance between the output of the educational institutions and the employment opportunities. Thus, this commission made a very important recommendation with respect to the kind of education that was given in our country and the employment opportunities which were generated. The Indian Education Commission also stated that the number of whole-time students to be admitted to the college or university department should be determined with reference to the various infrastructural facilities available with the university or the department and also to the strength of the staff. Also, they stated that considerable care should be taken while establishing new universities. They should be started only and only after an adequate provision of funds had been made for the purpose and due care had been taken to ensure proper standards. They also stated that special attention should be given to the organization of postgraduate courses and to the improvement of standards of training and research at this level. Centers of advanced studies should be strengthened and a small number of clusters of centers aiming at the highest possible standards in research and training should be established. There is a need to give increased support to research in universities. The institutions for research should, as far as possible, function within the fold of universities or in intimate association with them. Thus, we realize that this commission emphasized on the quality and the standard of the kind of education that was being imparted in the institutions. This commission laid the foundation, as I said earlier, for the National Policy on Education 1968. This policy was promulgated by Srimati Indira Gandhi. The policy emphasized again that the infrastructure facilities as well as adequate funds were of vital importance and should be given due consideration before establishing new universities. Also, they emphasized on the important aspect of the type of education that would be imparted and the employment opportunities that would be generated out of it. This policy also emphasized on the establishment of agricultural university in every state. In technical education, again they emphasized on the practical training which was to be given to the students. They also emphasized on the organization of postgraduate courses and the improvement of standards of training and research at this level. The other recommendation was that the centers for advanced studies should also be strengthened. Clusters of centers aiming at the highest possible standards in research and training should be established, and special attention should be given to university level books in regional languages. So, this was also one of the important aspects which was emphasized by this policy on education. Many of the aspects were on the similar lines of the earlier commissions, like establishment of the agricultural universities, relating technical education with the practical training, emphasis on the research that was being done at the higher education level, establishment of advanced studies and also the cluster of centers.